Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Money G. Yes, obviously the other day I gave you my top five worst horror films of the year, and so this time it is now to give me my top 10 best horror films of 2020. Yes. Now, as I stated before, we had a lot of good horror films in 2022. Yeah, I believe this was a great year for horror movies this year. So much that I actually had a lot of horror films that unfortunately could not fit into my top 10. So, for the first time, just like I did with my top five worst films, this time I'll have three honorable mentions films that unfortunately could not crack the top 10, but they were good enough, so I'm going to mention them anyway. So, my first honorable mention will be Terrifier 2. Yes, I'm pretty sure this film is going to be on some other people's top 10, but for me, as much as I enjoyed seeing Art the Clown back in his second film, I felt the film wasn't as good as the first one. I expected Damien Leonard to try to do something a little, try to top himself as far as the violence and the gore is concerned, but he didn't. Not to say that this film doesn't have its violence and gore, because what what you can't have Art the Clown not have violence and gore, because that's his staple mark, and we did have some, but not to the point that we had in the first film. Plus, I felt this film was about 20 minutes too long. I did enjoy Laura Laverna, who is the main final girl in the film. I actually thought she did a good job as the protagonist in this film. I thought she was a great foil for Art the Clown. Of course, David Harold Thornton was once again great as Art the Clown. He does a fantastic job right here for a guy that doesn't say any lines. He's fantastic with his facial expressions. I like the little creepy clown girl that we have that looks like that's the only person Art could see. And like I said before, I really did enjoy the film, but for me, it's not as good as the first Terrifier. So unfortunately, that's why it doesn't crack my top 10. My next honorable mention is a nice gothic film called House of Darkness. Now this stars Kate Bosworth and Justin Long. They play this guy. He meets this girl at the bar, very attractive girl. He meets her at the bar to take her back to this nice castle, and this very gothic-looking castle. But we know that she seems more than it eats that meets the eye. We won't find that out till later on in the film. But I like the chemistry that Kate and Justin Long have with each other. They're actually a couple in real life, so it's not surprising that they are great in this film. You can see their back and forth, and I really love the little lines and play that she does with Justin's character throughout the film. Eventually, we find out the truth about these Justin's date. We find out in the third part of the film, but he does a great job playing a creep and one of these guys that thinks he's going to get laid and he's going to have a nice time with this woman. The last laugh is on him. But I felt this was a nice film, sort of a gothic film, sort of like someone I saw some of the Hammer films that I saw back in the day. So another honorable mention is House of Darkness. My next honorable mention is the movie called Fall. Now, I really did love this film. I really wanted to put it on my top 10, but unfortunately just couldn't crack in that couldn't crack the top 10. I love the two characters in the film. They were played by Grace Fulton and Virginia Gardner. It's basically about these adventure seekers or these, extreme sports people. Tragedy happens in the beginning of the film, and the next she hasn't really done anything over the year. Then she runs into her girlfriend, and they decide they want to climb this 1,000-foot radio tower and do something special up there in honor of her deceased husband. That's what happened in the film. They had they had this wall climbing accident. He killed. So a year later, she comes and convinces her to climb a 1,000-foot radio tower and scatter his ashes up there. But of course, you know what's going to happen. Stuff happens and they find themselves stuck 1,000 feet in the air. Now, I really like how they film the scenes. They do a great job in providing tension. Makes you actually believe that these two people are up 1,000-foot ladder. Very well shot. Jeffrey D. Morgan, he's in this film. Good old Negan, he's back in this film. So he plays he plays the girl's father. She has a bad relationship with him as well. But I thought the two actors did a fine job, and I really wanted to put this on my top 10, but it's in the honorable mention. So you haven't seen it, check out Fall. And now let's get ready to talk about my top 10 best horror films of 2022. So, coming in at number 10, we have the movie called Fresh. Yes, a very interesting film. We have Sebastian Stan from Bucky from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then we also have Daisy Ecker Jones. She plays this woman who's tired of online dating. She can't seem to find a date anywhere of online dating. And she just happens to run into this guy. They meet at the supermarket. They seem to hit it off fine. Well, great. I think I made the man of my dreams. Now, of course, she makes the, can't say questionable decision. She really hasn't known him that well, but she decides to go spend the weekend with him at some resort place that he tells her to go. And then we find out that he's not what he seems. He actually has a particular habit that we find later out in the film. But I like his character. I like how Sebastian Stan really does a fine job in portraying the character. I like Daisy's character as well, how she fights back, and she presents a strong woman who fights back, and she's going to survive the situation that she's in. So, yeah, very interesting, very funny at moments. But coming at number 10 is Fresh. Coming in at number 9, it is Beast. Yes, Idris Elba is back once again. He is taking his daughters back to Africa to honor his late wife. They seem to be having a great time. He's trying to reconnect with his daughters. They're out in Africa to honor his wife's late wishes. And unfortunately, things go awry when they are attacked while on safari by a rogue lion. Oh no! Not a rogue lion. I really got to give credit. I mean, it's Idris Elba. He's fine in this film. I like the two actresses play his daughter. I think one of the actresses is Leah Jeffries. Yeah, Leah Jeffries. She's fine in her role as well. Sharpley Copley, he's in this film, plays a good friend of the family of this film. I really like how they incorporated the CGI lions into this film. You really can't tell at times that the lion is CGI or not. Now, obviously, there's some scenes that you can tell it's CGI lions, but at most of the part, you can't tell. It looks like it's a real lion. And of course, who wouldn't want to see Idris Elba sucker punch a lion? So coming in at number 9 is Beast. Coming in at number 8, it is the found footage or computer screen found footage horror movie called Deadstream. Yes, very, very good film. Really did enjoy this film. This was actually made by a husband and wife team of Joseph and Vanessa Winter. Now, he actually plays a lead character in this film. He plays a once popular influencer who unfortunately makes the bad mistake and does something terrible. One of his videos, and he loses all his subscribers and his sponsorships. So he decided, in order to get back his followers and his sponsorships, he's actually going to spend the night at a haunted house. He's going to stream it live on the internet. Hence, Deadstream. He takes a very known place that is haunted, and of course, things don't go as they seem. And I really have to give Joseph Winter credit. He does a fantastic job in this film. I like how the camera's set up. You get a lot of Evil Dead vibes in this film right here. He actually plays the role in a comedic way, but he also does stuff that we would expect anyone would do when weird shit starts to happen. You would freak out, and he does a fine job in freaking out. So, like I said, he does a good job when he freaks out. He does the right thing, and I really did love his performances. I also like the fact that they actually have a small film and the latest VHS film. I think it's VHS 99. They also did a spot in there. I like that as well. But yes, coming at number 8 is Deadstream. Coming in at number 7, it came out earlier this year. It is Scream, or Scream 5, if you want to say it, or Scream 2022. Yeah, Scream came out earlier this year. Again, we actually had the 3 legacy characters, Sidney, Gale, and Dewey. Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette. They're back as those characters, but we also have a bunch of new characters in the film. We have Melissa Berlera, I think I pronounced her name right, Jenna Ortega. Yeah, that's Mason Gooding. Sorry about that. I knew it was something Gooding, but Mason Gooding and Jasmine Samoy Brown. We have all these new characters in this particular film. I like the film. I like the fact that they decided to put in new characters. My only thing was that we really don't get any character development with the new characters. We spend too much time with the legacy characters, and obviously we know that one of the legacy characters not survive. I won't spoil it, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about right here. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that Scream 6 is coming out next year, and of course, Nev Campbell will not be in it. Won't go into that detail right now. But like I said, really enjoyed this film. So coming in at number 7 is Scream 2022. Coming in at number 6, it is the surprise hit of the summer. Yes, it is Smile. Yes. Yes, the surprise hit of the summer. You know, when I first saw the previews or the video, I mean, not the video, the trailer for Smile, and I thought, well, they're going to try to do True for a Dare that starred Lucy Hale several years back with those fake CGI smiles. But this was definitely way different than that particular one. Really have to get credit to Sosie Bacon here. She is the daughter of Kevin Bacon and Kira Cedric. She is fantastic as a lead role. She basically carried the film. We have some excellent jump scares in this particular film. I love they use actual people's smiles in the film. We do get some very creepy moments, some nice jump scares, and of course, the third act where we actually see the entity really gave me I would say Resident Evil 7 vibes, and we actually see that entity. If you know what I'm talking about, for those who've played Resident Evil 7, you probably know what I'm talking about when you see that entity and what I'm talking about Resident Evil 7. Yeah, so definitely the surprise hit of the summer. Coming at number 6 is Smile. Coming in at number 5, we have Jordan Peele's latest movie, Nope. Yes, yes. Probably not the strongest film in Jordan Peele's repertoire right now, but it was still a very effective horror film. I love Daniel Kaluuya and, of course, Kiki Palmer. She is fantastic in the role. I thought they were very great. They play a mother and not mother and sister. They play a brother and sister who own this family ranch where they train horses that are used in movies as well. They actually do a little background regarding the first African Americans who actually used horses in films, and that their great 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 grandfather was the first one, and now they are carrying on the tradition. There is something weird going along up on the ranch. Looks like something is happening, and I won't go into details because it'll ruin everything. But people who've seen the film know what I'm talking about right there. Like I said, probably not the best out of Jordan Peele's film so far, but it's still very eerie, some creepy moments in the film. Obviously, a little twist happens when the thing that's attacking them is kind of revealed a little bit more than what we thought it is. But again, it's mainly the acting between Daniel Kaluuya and Kiki Palmer. They're the ones that carried this film. So coming at number 5 is Nope. Coming in at number 4, yes, it is Prey. Yes, really, really love this film. Definitely makes up for The Predator. They decided to go back to what made Predator such a great film when the 1988 film starred Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers. And this is what we have right here. This time the Predator is attacking I think it's it's the Comanche Indians, and we are introduced to Naru. She wants to prove herself that she can be a hunter just like her brother, and she eventually mistakes the predator ship as a Thunderbird, and of course she has to go ahead and encounter the predator, and she believes this is what's going to make her rite of passage, you can say, if you want to call it that. Fantastic way how they did this film. They actually cast actual Native Americans. Amber Midthunder is fantastic as Naru. I like the fact that they cast all Native Americans. Michelle Thrush, she plays her mother. The guy that plays the sister, they're all Native Americans in this particular film. Very fantastic film. One of the best Predators we've seen since the actual original. So coming in at number 4 is Prey. Coming in at number 3 is The Black Phone. Now, of course, I actually consider this the best horror movie that came out at the time when this was released. Obviously, a lot more movies came out at the time because this movie was fantastic. Ethan Hawke, he was simply the sinister as a grabber, this serial murderer that was going around kidnapping kids, and he had that goofy mask on his face that made him look really creepy as hell. I really love the fact how he played this role. What carries the film is Mason Thames, who plays Finney, his latest captor in the film. I thought he did fantastic. I love how they incorporated the supernatural aspects of the film with the grabber's latest victims, helping Finney in his ways to get out and escape. I thought it was fantastic how they did the film. I liked his sister. She was played by Madeline McGraw. I thought she did a fantastic job in her role as well. Everyone was fantastic in the film. Very awesome film, but it only comes in at number three because there's two films better than this one. Coming in at number two, it is Ty West's film called X. Yes, X. Definitely get some Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes in here. Mia Goth stars in this particular film, and she plays a pornographic actress with her and her producer, director, boyfriend, and a bunch of other people decide to go into this ranch to film a adult film movie. Unfortunately, while things are going on, they're not paying attention to the older couple, this guy Ralph and his wife named Pearl. Unfortunately, things take a turn for the worse when they're all stalked and killed one by one. It was fantastic. Mia Goth plays dual roles in this one. She plays Maxine and Pearl. Very fantastic performances by everybody in the film. Some great practical effects as well. Brittany Snow is in this film, and she plays a character in the film. Jenna Ortega is back once again playing this role. She's about to become what I call a screen queen because obviously where everyone's talking about her performance on Wednesday, but if you want to know what I had to say about Wednesday, I'll put a card up there if you want to see what I thought about Wednesday. Fantastic film, very, very good. Love the performances and everyone right here. Again, like I said, love the aesthetics. Definitely give you Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes in this particular one. So coming in number two is Ty West's X. So obviously, my number one film of 2022 is Ty West's prequel to X, and that is Pearl. Yes, Mia Goth once again plays the character Pearl. This time is a prequel because if you saw X, once that movie was over, we got a teaser screen that actually shows Pearl back during when she was first at the farm. And we get to see how Pearl is and how does she become the killer that she is in X. And Mia Goth is just once again fantastic in this role right here. We can get to see that she has this idea that she wants to be a star. She doesn't want to live on the branch anymore. She has a definitely love-hate relationship with her mother. In the particular film, obviously she wants to do what she wants to do, but she's really hounded by her mother. Obviously, she has this great line, I would say, right towards the end of the film. Was fantastic. I love how Ty West gives it sort of like a 50s style setting, just like you saw those movies in the 50s right there. Even the end credits looks like the old style in the 50s. So you have that aesthetic right there. Fantastic performances once again by Mia Goth. We don't know. We all want her to get an Oscar nomination, but we don't know how the Academy feels about horror films. Maybe she might get it. But then again, unfortunately, Tina Collette did not get an Oscar nod for Hereditary, so I don't know if Mia Goth will get one. But my number one film of 2022 is Pearl. So there you have it, guys. That is my top 10 best horror films of 2022. Once again, this is my opinion. What are your top films, horror films of 2022? Leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me what are your top 10 horror films of 2022. So there you have it, guys. That's my video for today. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, and share because it does help out with that YouTube algorithm. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button. Ring that notification bell. That way we notify anytime when I put a new video such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G, and always remember that horror rules. And I see you in my next video. I'm out.